And we are live. Hello, guys, and welcome to Jay and Toby's True Crime News in the afternoon. I have a little bit of a mess in the setup today. Please forgive me with me working overnights. I kind of eating as we go and trying to get started here. I'm not going to try my best not to eat much on screen, but I am kind of exhausted. Oh, we get 9 people here. Oh, dropped to 3. Who knows? But welcome, guys. If you are not familiar with our show here, we are the sister show to the main Jason Hebert channel, where I interview the loved ones of missing persons and unsolved crimes in an effort to help spread awareness and bring justice. This morning show is a bit of an extension to that nighttime program and works a bit differently. Instead of interviewing the subjects, we instead take a look at stories from a third-party perspective and give our own opinions of them, as well as communicating with you guys through the chat to get to know you guys better, our subscribers. Tonight on the show, missing Colorado mom Suzanne Morphew's husband has been arrested on first-degree murder charge. Women sue the LAPD after a group of cops falsely believe they'd stolen a U-Haul and held them at gunpoint. A Maryland woman allegedly sets fire to her home with a person inside, then sits on her lawn chair and watches it burn while the people are inside, and much, much more. We also raise money during this show to support the efforts required to find the families that we interview, such as research their cases, promote the stories, and everything else that comes along with the 125 or so interviews and growing that we have on the channel. So if you would like to support, we do appreciate it. We try to make a daily goal of about $100 or so. We don't always hit it. Sometimes we do, but that's what we shoot for anyways. And if you would like to support, of course, that's not per person. I mean, a combination of everybody. So if you wish to support, the link's in the description. And also, we will be putting it throughout I'm just making sure I entered it right this time. We will be putting it throughout the chat, throughout the duration of the show like this. Hey, we're back to 11 people. Welcome, guys. Just like that. So that is the link if you would like to support. And we do appreciate you. I think we have an interview coming tomorrow, by the way, guys. I was about to have one scheduled for today, but the family messaged me that they've had a huge setback in the case. So unfortunately, they won't be able to join us. So I told them that's fine, and I'm working on our next case. Tonight will be my first night alone at my new job, which is awesome because it gives me all the time in the world to sit there at night and message out the families like I used to do back in the days when we were getting interviews every single night. So within about a week, you should start to see that all of a sudden tons of interviews are coming back. That's because I now have the time again to the time required to put into to get the interviews. Sorry if I'm not very articulate. I'm just waking up. I got out at 8 a.m. It didn't fall asleep till about 9:45, 10-ish. So bear with me 1 second. Let me load up my screens here. So if anybody does donate, we give you guys your proper credit. Oh, so what we do, hey Tabitha, Annie. So what we do here is we put your name on screen like this, stream supporters. Right now you'll see N/A because we're just starting. So nobody has donated yet, of course. I don't think. Supporters is one remaining daily goal, $100. Okay, so we'll try our best, huh? So we go ahead and we put your name on screen like this. The job's going very well, Chris. I freaking love it. Hey, we're up to 15 people. All right. So if you do donate, right where you see that, it should say N/A, obviously. You will see your name as a thank you. And also, I forgot to give Toby's treats. The last thing we do is give Toby his treats. Give me 1 second. Okay, so the last thing that we do with every donation that comes in, it gets Toby a treat right here. So when you donate, you get him a treat, any donation. For the first 15 minutes or so, 15, 20 minutes, we do what's called the lightning round. So every donation that comes in over the next 15, 20 minutes gets Toby 2 treats. Calm down, they're not coming yet. I was cranking on the bag for too long, he got all excited. So anyway, that's how we do things. Hey, Angela, that's fine. Work meeting, how about Barry Morphew's arrest? Isn't that crazy? The arrest of Barry Morphew. If those of you who've been following the case, it is a big one. So let's hope that this leads somewhere. That's one of the big cases I never really had a chance to get into too much. With most cases like the Delphi and stuff like that, I'm always watching. Every time I go to look at Barry Morphew, the Suzanne Morphew case, I get distracted and I never really am able to put a lot of time into it. So I'm not super familiar with that one. I could sit here and list for you the suspects that come up in certain cases, what happened, why they were suspects, what ended up becoming of each suspect, But for the Morphew case, I'm not well versed in it. I don't really know the flow of the case, let's say, if that makes sense. Junie says, best news ever. Yeah, that's awesome. Had a pretty depressing morning, but trying to think positive and snap out of it. I'm sorry, Tabitha. I love when you come here. Feel free to vent. I know you have a group of people here that love you and care about you, and you guys are all awesome and supportive to each other. We have it's not a huge group here in the morning show, but we have a group that is awesome and tight-knit, supportive of each other and me. You guys are awesome. So feel free to come here and talk about any issues that you may be going through, assuming that you're okay making them public, of course. And just know that at least 6 or 7 people in the chat are going through some kind of, really tough medical issues or family thing. So we have a very understanding chat for sure. We do have our first donation coming in, and then we'll get started on the news stories. We'll start with Barry Morphew, since I'm guessing that's the case most people are probably into right now. But our first donation is from the lovely Tabitha, who, what a sweetheart, who's going through so many things right now, but still finds time to try to help us, support us, and help others. So that should go to show you what a kind of a person she is. Thank you so much, Tabitha. So she donates $10. Thank you so much. So we're already 10% to the goal, and we just started. Look at us go. So it is the lightning round, as we call it. Need a new name for that, by the way, if anybody can think of one. The bacon round? I don't know. Or it gets Toby double treats, right? Did you hear that? So let's give Tabitha her credit. It helped you a lot. Oh, good. Show her some support, guys. And boom. So we got one. Oh, he got all things on his face. What? I didn't see it was so dirty. I just cleaned. We were late today because he kind of got some stuff all over his back ends, peeing and stuff, and fell in it. But I didn't see the stuff on his face. Ronnie's doing pretty well. Each day that she comes on here, she's usually not feeling 100%. So typically she'll come in and she'll say like, hey guys, just letting you know I'm here, I'm listening. But, I'm not feeling 100%, so I'll be here listening kind of thing. But I think she is doing better and better slowly. Again, I'm so sorry for eating. Haven't eaten like 24 hours. Thank you so much for that link, Annie. So we are 10% of the way to the goal, guys. Awesome. Let's get started here. Let's take a look at the Morphew case and see what developments led to this. I got my food, my Coke, my coffee, so bear with me. We got this slob sitting here eating on camera. I'm so sorry, guys. Okay. So a missing Colorado mom, Suzanne Morphew's husband, has been arrested on first-degree murder charges. Barry Morphew was facing charges of first-degree murder after deliberation, tampering with physical evidence, and attempts to influence a public servant in connection with the death of his wife, Suzanne Morphew. Attempt to influence a public servant. So if you're not familiar with them, this is Suzanne Morphew, who went missing quite a bit ago. We'll go into the details there. And this is Barry as well. So seemingly looks like a nice, lovely couple, right? Unfortunately, things are not always as they seem, as we always end up learning, and we'll go to learn in this case. So the husband of missing Colorado mother Suzanne Morphew was arrested Wednesday, nearly a year after the woman disappeared during a Mother's Day bike ride last May 10th. By the way, guys, I think this Mother's Day is this Sunday coming, so try not to forget it. Be good to your mamas. Barry Morphew faces charges of first-degree murder. It repeats itself a lot, this website, so I got to get better at skipping certain things. A Chaffee County Sheriff's deputy confirms to people that Morphew is in custody at the county detention center. The 11th Judicial District Attorney's Office had no immediate comment on the case. The DA's office said a press conference on the case will be held later on Wednesday. Morphew, who was 49 years old, disappeared last year, Suzanne, of course. While her bike and a personal item were recovered during a search of an area in her Maysville home, she had never been found, and it was not immediately clear if her body has been recovered. More pictures of her. How sad. Show Suzanne. Oh, yeah, you guys are already looking at the screen. Okay. So this, this is Suzanne right here. Lovely woman. Some kind of dining establishment. Look at that. Very unique drink. I've seen those before in certain places, but they're not common. Last August, Barry Morphew spoke to Fox 21, stating that his wife's disappearance was the most devastating thing that has ever happened to me. Huh. Was it, Barry? But I have got to keep my faith and trust in God, he said. And Suzanne trusted the Lord. And if one person got saved from this, she would think it was worth it. But we are just a godly, loving, caring family, and this thing is just a tragedy. I can't accuse him because we don't know for sure yet, but I don't like when people throw God into situations when it's seeming like they did a lot wrong. It seems like padding to try to save themselves from accusations, and all it does is make people of faith look bad. During the interview, Morphew said he believed authorities had handled the case poorly. The sheriff's department screwed this whole thing up from the beginning, and now they're trying to cover it up and blame it on me. Is that so? My buddy was right there after they found her bike, and he said that they completely destroyed the evidence, and he tried to stop them, but they wouldn't listen to him and said, "This is not CSI," said Barry. There's no evidence for the investigators to see because the sheriff's department completely obliterated it. I mean, I don't know how much weight that can hold if it's coming from your good friend, you know. All right, Angela, take care. Have a good rest of the day. I don't know if you're still here. Sorry, I was reading, so I can't see the chat while I'm reading. I'm on a different tab. Okay. So Morphew said he wasn't sure what happened to Suzanne, but theorized maybe she had been attacked by an animal, involved in an accident with someone driving on the road, or had crossed paths with someone who knew her. I think it's that last one, Barry. I think she crossed paths with someone who knew her very well, in fact. He had no plans, he said, to stop searching for his wife. My wife and I have been in love since 1988, and she's the love of my life. And I continue to search for her every day, and I will until I find her. I promise, and I promised my girls that. It was not immediately clear if Barry Morphew had entered a plea or retained an attorney to comment on his behalf. What do you guys think? Do we have any Barry defenders in here, or is everyone pretty much of the opinion that Mr. Morphew is right to be pulled in like he was and charged? From what I know of the case, I don't see too many defenders of him. So I can't accuse him. That wouldn't be right as someone who is not super familiar with this case. But I will say I feel pretty good about his charge based off of the little bit that I have read and combined with what people tell me. So is everybody else? I know a lot of you guys are just listening and aren't really in the chat too much, but can we get any opinions? Is there anyone else that thinks there's any chance he's innocent, or what do you guys think? Give me 1 second, guys. You got a noise going on over here. Toby's wide awake. He sure is. He's in a bacon mood. He smells that bacon, and he's ready to go. Most people smell the bacon when it's cooking. Toby can smell it right out of the bag, baby. He doesn't need any help with sizzling bacon. Yeah, he was sleeping pretty much all day because I was sleeping, you know. So if I sleep, he'll sleep. So when you guys see him tired, it's because I've been up running around, so he follows me around the house. But today, since I'm working nights, he just kind of lays down next to me, and we call it a day. What is this? He has all those things. I think it was, give me 1 second. Somebody told me, I think it was maybe Navy Vet, that I should give him an oatmeal bath for his skin. Is that what she had said? Which one of you guys, I think I know who it was, told me to give him an oatmeal bath because his skin is becoming a nightmare. It's all super itchy and little black spots. Taking a look, making sure. I gotta try something different, guys, because he doesn't suffer a lot. Hey, Mary. It's not like he's suffering. The thing about Toby, one time we took in a stray cat, right? So Toby and another dog got they had fleas, so we had to give him medicine and stuff. But my other dog was going nuts, scratching and biting themselves. Toby didn't even notice the fleas. So same with this stuff on his skin. He doesn't really notice it unless you scratch it. Then he kind of scratches himself to help you. So it's not like he's suffering. He doesn't seem to like feel or be bothered by anything that's on his skin, So I don't know if this is bothering him, but whenever I scratch him, can you see the leg? See how he helps? Because I guess that's so itchy. I know a lot of dogs do that, but it makes me think I should give him some kind of bath to get rid of that. Right? Where is it? Here it is. Feel it. So I don't know. As soon as we rub him, look at he lays right down and gets tired. He's ready for a nap again, I guess. Been sleeping all day, lazy boy. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna have to get some oatmeal shampoo. Talking to Navy Vet. Okay. So, anyways, I have to say I'm happy that has happened with Barry Morphew. I can't wait to see what the developments are on that because it's been a while for that one, and I'm constantly seeing that case. And that case, despite only being like a year or so old, somewhere around there, it has a heck of a following online, guys. Are you familiar with that case? Whew! People follow that one it's like as big as Delphi, if not bigger. Okay, so Navy Vets help me with the shampoo. They will help Annie. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's the advice I'm getting. Luckily, Toby's been low maintenance, as you guys can see. He's a very relaxed kind of guy, so I haven't really had to do too many things like that. But I guess the bad part of that is I don't have a ton of knowledge when something pops up, right? Like oatmeal baths. Thank God I have you guys to help me with that. Thank God most of my audience is women because you guys are always so helpful with things to do for pets and kids and all kinds of stuff like that. So I appreciate you. So how is everyone doing today? Let me take a look. We have 5 more minutes left on the lightning round, guys. If anyone wants to get Toby double treats. Let's take a look at these cases. So a group of women are suing the Los Angeles Police Department. Hey, you're awake again. After a group of cops who falsely believed they'd stolen a U-Haul hold them at gunpoint. The rental vehicle the women were driving had been reported stolen weeks before, but have subsequently been reported recovered. So it had been stolen. Somebody else had done it. They thought it was this group, but then it got returned. Meaning they were probably like, whoops, that whole holding you at gunpoint thing. We didn't really mean that. Sorry about that. That's got to be terrifying, huh? Especially when you see on the news, like police shootings and stuff. If you're just driving along and a bunch of police come and point guns at you, that's scary stuff. Even just knowing they have the gun on their side while they talk to you is scary enough. But, I don't know, call me crazy, but I sure don't want them pointing a gun at me. And again, I'm not the kind of person that accuses them like, oh, they're always wrong, but I still don't want a gun pointing at me. One slip of the finger in, that's the end of me. Roby is so weak from hunger. Give him treats, says Annie. Roby. That's Toby's nickname. Toby Roby. That's when he's rolling over. Roby. Rolby. Something like that. And he says, give Toby treats. He's so weak from hunger. So the rental has been recovered. Two group of women are suing the LAPD after they say a group of officers held them at gunpoint during a, quote, terrifying and unnecessary traffic stop last year. According to the complaint by the Los Angeles Times, Shabani Ballsaver, a film production coordinator, rented a U-Haul truck to move to a new apartment last year. Her friend Shilni Sen was helping her move. Shilni Sen, yeah, S-E-N. I think I got that right. Ballsaver says in the suit that they were getting close to her new apartment when their vehicle was surrounded by at least 10 LAPD officers who had their guns drawn. An LAPD helicopter hovered overhead. Yeah, you guys have that out west. We don't really do that helicopter stuff out here in my neck of the woods, but that's going to be scary, huh? If you're a criminal and you see that thing, just pull over. I mean, where are you going to go? Maybe you could run in a crowded mall, but other than that, I'd say it's pretty much game over for you. The helicopter will get you. Run from the police is hard enough, never mind a helicopter above. I was just teasing you, Annie. So officers allegedly ordered Ballsaver to drop the key outside the window. The women were then instructed to get out of the vehicle with their hands over their head. Sounds like typical stuff. Police then allegedly forced the women to lay face down in the street. So I tried to look at this on both sides. They did get a report of a stolen U-Haul. Then they found one. So, you know, I don't think they were really so much looking for trouble, but they should have made sure this was the U-Haul. I don't know how that mistake happens. Didn't it have a license plate and VIN number and all that? But regardless, so they forced them out. So in their complaint, the women, hey, calm down. What are you doing? What are you looking? He keeps like reshifting. What are you looking for, bud? You okay? You comfy? You all right? What is it? Here you go. In their complaint, the women allegedly alleged that they were not told why they were pulled over until they were already handcuffed. I think that's illegal, right? Yeah, they have to be read their rights and told why, I'm pretty sure. Ballsaver then allegedly told an officer that she had a receipt for the truck, which she had rented earlier that day. Weeks before the incident, U-Haul had reported the vehicle as stolen, but then reported as being recovered. Ah, I see. It was recovered before they rented it, and the police didn't have the update? Wow, how strange. Yeah, so one thing I was going to say is I always tried to look at both sides of the coin. So these police had a stolen U-Haul, think they might have found it, and one thing they're probably thinking, you know, to their credit, just to play devil's advocate here, be on their side for a bit, is what the heck do you need to steal a U-Haul for? What are they storing in that thing? It might be a cache of weapons or drugs. So the police are probably really nervous making this stop, you know? I try to give everyone the benefit of the doubt when I look at all the actions of each case. So I don't think they were just like, hey, let's mess with these people as much as we can. I think they were probably scared out of their underpants, right? What the hell are we pulling over here that needs a whole dang U-Haul to transport it around? That's what I like to think anyways. But I know there are people out there that are like, nope, every single move the cops make are wrong. I'm not like that. Police are people too, and I know cops. I have friends that became cops. So a U-Haul spokesperson tells CBS News that the incident did not involve any error on the company's part. The women alleged that after the police realized the error, they joked about the arrest and told the women that they should, quote, demand free U-Haul services for a year. That's not cool if they did start laughing about it. You just held somebody at gunpoint. You just made somebody fear for their life. Not very funny, guys. Mary. It's Mary. How you doing, Mary? Can you hear me, Mary? Ball Saver says, I felt terrified. I thought the officers were going to shoot and kill me. There were a lot of officers with guns. Citing ongoing litigation, the LAPD declined to comment on the case, but an attorney for the two women did not immediately return people's calls for comment. So, bit of a crazy one. I won't be renting any U-Hauls anytime soon. I don't own anything that needs U-Hauls to ship around. I live my life one day at a time. I could pack up everything I got, besides Toby maybe, in the back seat and just take off. 1 second, guys. Okay, I think lately the numbers have been bouncing all around. There'll be like 15 people, down to 5, back up to 10, down to 7. I think it's because I also broadcast to Facebook. So some of those numbers are people who just kind of scroll, stop for a few minutes, then keep on going down, you know. But a Maryland woman allegedly set fire to her home with a person inside. Then she sits on a lawn chair, kind of like me, just relaxing, and watches it burn. I'm curious to read the story because why did the person get out? If a house is burning, I can't imagine just sit there and watch and the person isn't trying their best to get the heck out of there. Did she surround it so that they couldn't escape? What the heck's going on with this story? We need to find out. Bystanders rescued one of Gail Metwally's housemates from the basement. Wow, so they were in the basement and a bystander saved them. So you burned your house, you didn't even save them. So here is the woman. The burning home of Gail Metwally, who is seen in her mugshot. So that's Gail, who's still smiling. She was really enjoying that person burning in her house, I guess. She was all she was missing was popcorn, having quite a show there, it seems. The authorities in Maryland have arrested a 47-year-old woman, alleging she set several fires inside her home, then went outside and settled into a lawn chair to watch the blaze. In addition to several arson-related charges, Gail Metwally is also charged with attempted murder because there was someone still inside her Elkton home at the time. And if the bystanders knew that, Gail, how did you not know that? Deputy State Fire Marshals allege the fire was set April 29th, shortly after 1 p.m. Witnesses reported observing a woman, allegedly later identified as Metwally, setting multiple fires within the home, and then sitting in a chair on the front lawn where she watched the fire engulf it. Neighbors shot video footage that seems to show Metwally in the chair, looking at her house as it burned. What is this woman's problem? This is a sick person. Let's see if we can get some of that footage. Let me see if it's here at all. No, we're going to look that. You guys want to look that up on YouTube? Toby treats are on their way, says Mary. All right. As soon as they come, believe me, he'll be getting them. Toby loves his treats. We're at 10% of the goal, but we just started, guys. So, all right. And boom. Mary comes in with the $15 donation for Toby treats. And you know what, Mary? We're going to keep it lightning round all day. So it's going to be double treats for the Tobster. So $15 from Mary. Thank you so much, love. You are amazing. So 15 from Mary, 10 from Tabitha. And let's change the goal from 90. What are we at? 75 now. All right, guys, we're a quarter of the way there. Only took a couple donations. We're already a quarter of the way. Lovely. And I put 115. I wish. Mary didn't donate 115. She donated 15. Sorry, guys. Boom. Okay. Let me grab those treats, which for some reason I put way off camera. I can't reach them. That's a good idea, right? Toby, you excited? They're coming. Forget this Met Wally person. We need to focus on bacon. That's what this channel needs to be about. Do 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 do. I'm probably gonna get a copyright for singing this. Okay, you gotta say thank you to Mary, and also you gotta say thank you to Tabitha earlier too, who went and gave us our first donation. So say thank you, good boy. One treat, uno, correct. And now, how do you say the second treat in Espanol? Dos, correct, good boy. See, Toby knows Spanish. Thank you so much, Mary. You are amazing. And we steamroll towards our goal. My dog sends my way. All right, guys. So thank you to Mary and to Tabitha, our lovely donors for the stream so far. So let's get back to Mrs. Metwally. So in addition to several arson-related charges, Gail Metwally is also charged with attempted murder because there was someone inside her Elton home at the time. Deputy State Fire Marshals allege the fire was set April 29th, shortly after 1 p.m. I read all this. Why are they repeating this? Neighbors shot video footage. Okay. Oh, you know what? I went back up to see where the video was. That's my mistake. After a few minutes, Metwally walked away from the scene, the statement continues. While the home was on fire, witnesses heard an occupant in a basement window yelling for help. So she kept them in the basement, probably locked it, set the upstairs house on fire. So by the time the people realized that they were stuck, it was too late. How sick, huh? Sick, Toby? Absolutely. You could fry some bacon treats in there, though, I bet. So the woman who was helped out of the basement is one of Metwally's 3 housemates. The other 2 were not home at the time of the fire, so she didn't like this housemate. While responding to the scene, Cecil County Sheriff's Office observed Metwally in the area, where she was detained and transported to the Maryland State Police Northeast Barrack, the statement adds. Metwally remains in custody and is charged with first and second-degree attempted murder, first-degree arson, and first-degree assault, as well as 2 counts of first-degree malicious burning, 2 counts of malicious destruction of property, and 2 counts of reckless endangerment. So a motive for the alleged arson is unclear. So crazy stuff. Thank you, Mary. We'll always be here for you. Well, let's see if we can find that video, because I'm interested as heck to see. See these? I'm trying to find the videos of Gail Metwally. I want to see if she really just sits there watching it like, life is good. At least I'm not in the basement. La-di-da. Gail Metwally. Fire. Oh, here we go. Look at this, guys. You're not going to believe this. All I can even see is the picture of her in the chair, but it's already looking crazy. Let me see how long it is. And then I got to make sure I'm playing the sound. 1 second. Oh, wait a minute. These are just pictures. Wait. Oh, that's somebody else's thing. Here we go. This is better. Okay, this is 2 minutes and 40 seconds long. Remove. Stop screen. So this is Mrs. Metwally watching the fire. If you guys are watching, I know a lot of you guys just listen, but at least you'll be able to hear it. So here we go. Where am I? Oh, here we go. Okay.
She just fucking lit the trash can on fire, dumped it in the fucking living room. Dude, she's about to burn the fucking house down, dude. Living room. Oh my fucking god, this is not happening right now. She lit the fucking...
Sorry for this language, guys. If you have kids, maybe make sure they're not in the room. I apologize.
I'm watching the house go up in flames. Oh my god. I cannot actually believe my eyes.
477.
I cannot actually believe it. And she's sitting there just chilling, watching the house go up in flames. Oh my god.
Wow. And there's somebody in their basement.
Oh my god. I actually can't believe this.
We're actually watching a woman attempt to commit murder of her housemate. This is like extremely disturbing, guys. Extremely disturbing.
And she's just chilling back. Like, yeah.
She's reading a book.
I'm watching this shit go down. Oh. Oh my god. This is now turned into a serious thing. Get out of the house! It's on fire! Get out of the house! Hurry!
Okay, wait a minute. I missed this. Okay, so oh my god, look at this. There's her in the window. Can you see? This is the woman. I didn't hear her say anything, but he must have heard her yelling. So look at this is her face, hair, and she's wearing a red shirt. Can you see her? Let me go back to when they first heard her. Oh my god. Hang on a second, guys. Are you guys watching? Very quiet chat today. Okay. Okay, so let's take a look. Apparently they start screaming and everyone starts running over. We don't really have anyone participating in the chat, but I hope a couple people are at least watching. Let's see.
Hurry!
Okay, wait a minute. Where did she first start yelling? Did they see her or what? Because at first they're laughing. And who yells, wait, is it the lady in the chair? What's going on?
Oh my god. This is now turned into a serious thing. Get out of the house! It's on fire! Get out of the house! Hurry! Come on, hurry! Grab your stuff!
No, in there. No, I'm not here.
Oh my god, look what she just came out of. That was ablaze a minute later. Where did Matt Wally in the chair go? This is crazy. So she's in the chair over here. There she is.
Watching the house go up in flames.
And it said she walked away.
Chilling back. Like, yeah. I'm watching this shit go down. A serious thing. Oh my god. That whole roof just fell. Oh my god, it's got worse. Oh my god, it's coming.
Well, thank God for those guys with the camera that ran across the street, huh? I believe they did, yeah. They were literally just sitting there, shamming, and the woman set fire to her own house. She was sitting in the front lawn in a lawn chair reading a book, relaxing, watching her house burn. So at first they were kind of just like laughing, but then they saw somebody in the window. So to their credit, because at first they're laughing and swearing, it was a little whatever. But once they saw a person, they ran across the street like heroes and helped her out. So credit to those people. Although the behavior in the beginning was a little like, not to be like super proud of that behavior, but in the end, they did the right thing. So, woo! Oh, we get another donation. From who? Of course, from Annie, the lovely Annie, who comes forward with a huge donation, getting us almost halfway to our goal. Although lately we've been having this trend where we get about halfway to the goal and then it stops for a long period of time. So let's see if we can break it, guys. Let's break that trend. No more stopping halfway through. That's the new rule because Toby doesn't want it. He's sick of it happening, he told me. Look at how mad he is right there. You see him? Look at that face. That is a face of pure anger. What happened to the owner? They said that she just started walking around the neighborhood, Annie. And they found her later on just crazy stuff. She's probably gonna get off, with some kind of mental excuse because she doesn't seem to be acting. She's just like la-di-da. It's the ones that really try to act it out, like I'm crazy, that never actually, get pronounced crazy. But the ones like her who are just casually walking around while their world burns around them, I think she might have been actually crazy. Whew. So we get Annie, Mary, and Tabitha. Thank you so much, guys. We're halfway to the goal. Let's see if we can break our streak of getting halfway and then nothing. What do you think? You want to break it? Yes, sir. Okay, you got to say thank you to Annie, though. He's like, come on, man. Annie knows I appreciate it. Nope, you still got to thank her every single time, buddy. That's how the show works. All right, thank you. Get your hand out there. There we go. He was like, oh, sorry. Give me a second. Calm down. Uh-oh, where'd the bacon go? There it is. Here you go. Uno. See, I was trying to wave his hand, but it was under his chin. He was like, all right. And what's this? I have to, now that I have a job, that's a funny thing to say. Now that I'm actually working, I have to stop these things from coming in because I'm getting so many emails about jobs, which I no longer need, want, or can apply for. So I'm going to have to take my name off Indeed or wherever the heck it is. It's too much. Okay. All right, guys, we are moving right along. So the woman obviously is somewhat insane. She had something to prove. She wanted to very casually watch this person burn. As you may notice, if you were watching, she was pretty close to that lady's window. So she probably wanted to hear her screaming. Creepy stuff, guys. Sick stuff. Annie said, when Annie donated with her donation, she says, give him treats, and then now, capital letters. Annie demanding Toby gets his treats. Annie's kind of the defender of Toby's belly. She makes sure that thing stays full, and he stays energized. Because as you can tell by Toby's slim figure, he doesn't eat that much. All right, guys. So next, right, give him his treat, says Annie. Let the poor guy eat. So next, a mystery surrounds the slaying of loveless and selfless South Carolina hairstylist who was found dead in the woods. Why do I feel like something sounds familiar about this case? Mary Brown's body was found shortly after noon Sunday in a wooded area off of East Old Marion Highway in Florence County. So, nope, doesn't sound familiar because the case I'm thinking of is really old. So this is poor Mary Brown. feel like I know another Mary Brown, though. But this is her. Unfortunately, a South Carolina hairdresser described as loving and selfless was found dead in a wooded area last week, and the case is being investigated as a homicide. She always had love for everybody else and never asked for anything for herself, says Allison Stewart. About her 50-year-old colleague, Mary Brown. We always had a good time. No matter what was going on, we got to work, and we were always laughing. Brown's body was found shortly after noon on Sunday in a wooded area off of East Old Marion Highway in Florence County. WMPF reports that Brown, who was a stylist at Hairworks Salon, was discovered inside a vehicle. I was very shocked, said Stewart, about her friend's death, WPDE reports, and in disbelief that something like this could happen to somebody that I've known for so long and somebody that was so loving and selfless. Brown's death is being investigated as a homicide. None declined to comment further about the investigation. That's Sheriff's Office Major Michael Nunn. It's unclear how Brown died. An autopsy is scheduled for Wednesday, WMPB reports. We are continuing to investigate in the release. WMBF reports. We're continuing to investigate and release of any additional information at this time wouldn't be appropriate for us. Rebecca Hutchison told WPDE that Brown didn't show up for an appointment to cut her son's hair over the weekend. I texted her and called her, and there was no response. So that's how they realized she was gone. What was I going to say? Oh boy, I totally lost my train of thought. Sorry guys, I had something important to say and I totally slipped my mind here. What exactly was it? I'm not sure. Okay guys, we're about halfway through the stories, but I'm going to have to end this because something did pop up. So we're going to do since I'm not doing an interview tonight, I'll do a second show in a couple hours. So if you are enjoying yourself and would like to come back, we're going to do a second show, maybe an hour and a half or so. It won't be too long from now. But let me kind of take care of a couple of personal things, and then we'll get back and see how we do. 1 second. Actually, you know what? We can go for a little bit longer. Sorry. Hopefully nobody left when I said that. Give me just a minute, guys. I think we have another story on Barry Morphew, guys. Hang on a second. Because every single news outlet seems to be covering this, of course. One of the biggest stories there is. So, this is Oxygen's take on the Barry Morphew case. Let me see if they say anything about it. So I'm going to just kind of do this last Barry Morphew story. Then we might have to. I have something going on, family-related stuff. So I'm just kind of keeping an eye on it that I need to take care of. It probably will only be like an hour, actually. So once I have to go, I'll be back soon. So Suzanne Morphew, this is the Oxygen article. Suzanne Morphew vanished last Mother's Day. Now her husband's charged with murder. So it's going to be exactly a year when Mother's Day comes. What a horrible time for a crime like that to happen, right? A time when you want to celebrate women and your mom and everything, and you have to, your sister or whatever, your wife, and you have to have that on your mind as like it's the worst thing that ever happened to you happened on that day. Just awful. One second. Okay, guys, give me like 2-3 minutes. I just have to take care of something I got going on in the family on the phone. Just bear with me, okay? I'll be right back. Don't leave though, because we are going to finish this Barry story, trying to get one more in, and then we will take a little break after that and do a second show. But just bear with me. If you, we're about halfway to the goal, guys. See if we can hit it today. If you would like to support, that's the link to do so. Andy's been posting it as well. We greatly appreciate your donations. And we we totally have tons of time now to be looking for cases. So donations that come in are really, really helpful right now because I have like 5 to 6 hours a day now while I'm at work and while work isn't happening while I'm at work to be pulling in these families. So we're going to start having tons of interviews coming in, I promise you. So when you donate, you greatly help towards that. So thank you so much. But bear with me just a moment. All right, guys, thank you for holding. Give me one moment. Things are looking good. All right, guys. Doing a couple things at once. You know what's weird is when we get the donations, right? Typically, they come right away. The emails, the notification emails. That's usually how I know you guys donated, and then I go to the site and do it that way. But sometimes there's like a 5 to 10 minute delay from the response. So I have to keep, that's why when I say I'm opening up the main account so that I know right away, stuff like that, so that it doesn't take 5-10 minutes. But today, I still haven't gotten, despite the fact that 3 of you guys have donated, I still haven't gotten one notification on my email notifications. I don't know what the heck's going on with PayPal because 0 notifications. It's not a huge deal because I can just load the main site and see that you guys did because it's going in the account, no trouble. But I wonder why I'm not getting email notifications. Isn't that strange? I don't know. Okay. But so this is Oxygen on Suzanne Morphew. So she vanished last Mother's Day. Her husband's being charged with murder. Most of you guys know this story. Very, very famous one. This is it right here. So Barry Morphew, who works in landscaping, was arrested on Wednesday at one of his job sites and charged with first-degree murder and tampering with evidence. We'll go over this one since some people might just be joining, even though we only got 6 people here now. Losing people. Goal not looking good. We're losing them, Toby. We're losing them. What do we do? Toby says, quick, give me more treats. No, that doesn't help anything, Toby. That just gives you treats. I know. So, on Facebook, Toby, Barry posts, I will do whatever it takes to get you back, honey. I love you, and I want you back so bad, he pleads in a Facebook video while talking about being a godly man and all these things. I don't know, guys. That video seemed to infer he believes someone could be holding her captive, it says. He alluded to a possible ransom, saying he'd pay anything to free her. Why would he think of that? That is strange, huh? Hey, Ronnie, we were asking about you earlier. Ronnie's here, guys. Ronnie is here, everybody. Who was asking about Ronnie earlier? Remember I was telling you guys that she's been here, but she's kind of been listening a lot because she hasn't been feeling too well. But I think you are starting to feel better, right, Ron? Is that what you said? Still not feeling 100%, but, slowly but surely kind of thing? She's such a pretty lady, totally, right? Just sad. So he says, I'll do whatever it takes. Apparently, he seems to think she may be being held captive, which is really odd. It's unclear what evidence led to Barry's arrest. Suzanne's body has yet to be found, but her bicycle was found soon after she went missing. Extensive search efforts in the past have turned up a few obvious clues. Not a few, but few obvious clues. Relatives have said that Barry was in Denver when Suzanne disappeared. So we got the relatives defending him. I'm assuming they mean just kind of her relatives, right? Not so much. I'm sorry, his relatives, not so much her relatives. Saying everything backwards. But, that happens in these cases. The relatives, of course, they're going to defend someone they love, because they don't. You see kids defend the parent that killed the other parent often, too, even when they know they're guilty, because they say, I can't lose both of my parents. It's a really sad thing. The relatives don't want to lose the whole family, so they try to minimize damages and stick by the one that's left. It's kind of a really strange position to be in. I don't think I could judge someone in that position because I kind of get it in a sense. It's like, I've already lost my mom. Do I want to lose my dad too? I guess I get that. But at the same time, I'm just scared to be around your dad, It's scary stuff. Oof. This is really odd. What would you guys do? I don't know. I'm talking to the chat, but we have a pretty dead chat today. So if you don't answer, it's okay. But anyone here, if one of your family members killed another, let's say like your parents, would you stick by the guilty one because you don't want to lose both? Or would you be so angry about what they did, you just want them out of your life and you'll deal with it? thing. I'm just also sending this information to somebody who's looking into something, guys. Okay. You stick by the one? Depends on individual circumstances. Okay. So, meaning like if they just outright plotted their murder and killed them, then no way. But if it was like maybe a fight that went wrong and one of them accidentally kind of did it, kind of thing, something like that. So, Annie, in no cases would you. I can see both sides, honestly. But I think that's a good way to look at it. It depends on the individual circumstances. Look what he has caused. Now, this kids have no parents, right? And it's like, what's worse, having no parents or having a dead parent and a murderer parent? Oh, God. Just awful, right? I'd be sitting there wondering, like, wait a minute. Do I remind, so my dad, let's say my mom killed my dad. My mom killed my dad. How much do I remind my mom of my dad? Am I in danger here? You know what I mean? How much do I remind that parent of the one they killed? Are they going to want to get rid of me too? How crazy are they to do that? So there's a lot to consider. Whew. So it's unclear what evidence led to Barry's arrest. Suzanne's body is yet to be found, but her bicycle was found. So in addition to murder and tampering with evidence, Barry has also been charged with attempting to influence a public servant. My first reaction is relief, says Melinda Mormon, who's Suzanne's sister. You know what? I'd love to try to talk to her. Melinda Mormon. See if we can find her, guys. Melinda Mormon. Give it a shot, right, guys? Imagine we got that interview. That would be really cool. I'm not super familiar with this case. What city should I be looking for? I don't know exactly where this was, guys. Let me look. Suzanne Morphew. Someone will probably tell me in chat before I find it, but where's like a Wikipedia or something? Denver, Colorado. Okay. So Colorado area. I feel like I should have known that, but let me see. Wow. Melinda Mormon, this would be an interesting interview because she says she added that she still loves her brother-in-law. Isn't that crazy? She still loves her brother-in-law who killed her sister, Selena, Colorado. Okay. Can you guys believe that? I guess there's a brother, Annie, Navy vet is telling me. So Melinda Mormon, let's see, Virginia, Oklahoma. She probably hides, to be honest, guys, with everything she has to go through. Mormon. Okay. One second, guys. Just seeing one thing. Oh. I'm doing a live show. Okay. So I'm having the brother's name. I'm seeing if I can find the brother or sister, guys. Let's see. Andy Mormon. Do you have bags? Yeah. Okay, guys, I'm so sorry. Somebody just came in with bags. I'm so sorry to keep getting up, but I have to help with the bags. Be rude not to. Can you guys give me 2-3 minutes? I'm so sorry. Hang on one second. Sorry, guys. Hopefully it doesn't seem rude to leave you guys hanging. But as you know, my mom had that operation, so she really shouldn't be carrying in heavy stuff. So I had to help out. Okay. Just playing it safe, you know. So let's see, Ronnie. Who do you need? Ah, Mary can help with the computer keyboard. Awesome. I heard the nephew might have helped him, really. Today's a little backwards. Toby's watching me eat. Sorry, guys. I'm so starving from sleeping all day. But this is chocolate, so Toby can't have that. Sorry, Toby. Tobster. You know your treats. Toby wants to see what's up. Yeah, he's trying to guilt me into giving him a piece of this, but I can't give him this. He won't wake up. We got a group here. You heard that the nephew might have his nephew? So we are halfway to our goal, guys. Thank you so much to everyone who has helped get us there. See if we can hit the goal today. We're halfway there. If you'd like to try to support, that's the link right there to do so. We appreciate yous and love yous. So, Barry Morphew. A lot of stories circling this man. Doesn't look too good for him. I'm trying to find one of Suzanne's relatives, see if we can get them on the show. That's why I'm kind of being quiet and typing and stuff. But I can't find. I've heard of an Andy Mormon, but I can't find any in Colorado. What are you crying about? Come on, bud, relax. Give it a little time, okay? Guys, I don't know if that's he wants food or if that means he has to go pee, but I might have to get up again to take him to go pee. But I can't give you this chocolate, okay? Just wait a little bit. Huh? You got Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
Yeah.
Oh, guys, we got Cinnamon Toast Crunch. All right, guys, we're going to add crunchies to the, if you guys donate instead of bacon, we'll give him the Cinnamon Toast Crunchies. A lot of you guys love to listen to him chew.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, can you do me a favor? Sorry, can you fill that up more? Because I got to give him little bits, and then I do a thing at the end where he gets a whole bowl. Yeah, so if we hit our goal, we're going to give Toby a nice big bowl of crunchies like you guys enjoyed. That'll be fun, right? Okay. Thank you. All right, so we'll give him a couple for now. Let him know what might be to come. So, guys, we're 55 away from the goal. If we hit it, at the end, Toby gets a big bowl of crunchies. I don't think we're going to hit the goal, but we'll try. Here, here's a few for now. All right. You're joining the part of the squad. Yay. You get your treats. So funny when he chews, he looks at me like, thank you. Thank him. Yay. Good boy. Don't thank me, thank them. Okay. Andy Mormon lives in Indiana. Okay, guys. So, see if we can find him. Anyone know how to contact any of Suzanne Morphew's family members? Andy Mormon, Indiana. Iowa, Garden City Community College. I don't know where that is. Michigan, Texas. Yeah, I can't find them, guys. I don't know. They're probably hiding. Can you imagine the amount of requests this poor family probably gets? I couldn't even imagine it. So let's move on. We've covered Miss Morphew quite a bit today, but let's see what else we got going on.
Yeah.
So a New Jersey nurse who treated COVID patients and 2 others are killed in a house fire, and police think it was a murder-suicide. Oh boy. So wait a minute. Who did the murder and committed suicide? The nurse? 2 others. Officials have yet to determine the cause of the fire that killed Catherine Gutierrez. If I could find it, brother, he would come on, really. I'd like to. I'm looking. I'm trying, guys. I just don't like to leave you guys sitting there while I'm typing and stuff. It's probably like super boring. I'd sure love to get Andy on. That would be really cool. But it's hard to find people. When it's a big case like this, they kind of hide. They don't want to be too bothered. They've probably been bothered up the yin-yang with all kinds of stuff. Requests, interview requests, by people much bigger than me. Probably like ABC, NBC, all big channels and stuff. So me contacting them is one of either they say like, "Ooh, I'd like to do a small show like yours," or they're like, "Oh God, no, please, tiny little show like that, not worth my time." It's one or the other. You never really know. Like the Delphi families really liked that I was smaller because they liked the care that I gave to the guests and stuff. So it worked out good. So Miss Gutierrez, here she is wearing her mask. And by the way, we do have crunchies for Toby. So every donation will get him a bacon and some cinnamon crunchies. And then at the end of the day, if we hit our goal, we only have about 15, 20 minutes left in the show though. But if we do hit the goal, he'll get the whole bowl, put it in front of him like that. Yay! Sounds cool. You like it? You like the concept? All right. Toby says he's in. Anything that involves cinnamon, particularly if it also involves bacon, Toby's in. So this poor girl, the pretty young girl, here she is. Life taken from her in an apparent murder-suicide. A 34-year-old mother, an ICU nurse who had been on the front lines. Oh, crap. So who is it that always yells at me about how I smoke? Is it Teresa? Or no, it's Pookie. Says I'm the worst smoker ever. You are totally right, ma'am. And I did it again. Okay. The Passaic County Prosecutor's Office confirms 3 people were found dead inside a burned home in Wayne, New Jersey, Monday evening, but have yet to formally identify them. Relatives, however, have confirmed through a GoFundMe campaign that Catherine Gutierrez was one of the 3 people whose bodies were recovered from the scene after firefighters extinguished the blaze. According to local reports, including those from NorthJersey.com and WABC TV, neighbors reported smelling gas before realizing the house was on fire. They also reported hearing an explosion come from inside the home. Oof. NorthJersey.com, citing a neighbor, identified the 2 other victims as Catherine's father. What? You okay? Carlos Gutierrez and Catherine's boyfriend. Officials have yet to determine the cause of the fire. Neighbors also told local news outlets the family had moved to the area from Chile. Sources told WABC TV there is evidence to suggest the 3 died as a result of a double murder-suicide. The nurse leaves behind a 4-year-old daughter. She made people laugh. Are you okay? Is this a treat cry or is this a pee cry? What do you want to do? You want to go? You want to go? If he cries one more time, guys, I'm going to have to take him to pee and we'll maybe, I don't know, shut down and start up again in a bit. because I think that might be a pee cry. If he's consistent with it, it means he has to go pee. So I'll have to take him out. Finish this last paragraph. She made people laugh, made friendships, took care, and advocated for her patients. Said the GoFundMe campaign, which is raising funds for Gutierrez's funeral. Catherine was truly an amazing person, a great big sister. All right, guys, he has to go pee. Great big sister to us all, and we will miss her dearly. Okay, guys, so I'm going to have to take him pee, and we'll come back on in a little bit, try to finish up here, because I still got like 4 or 5 more stories. That's basically it. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Not me. I didn't say the worst smoker. Okay, it might have been Teresa. I'm not sure who it was that said that. Somebody was teasing me because I'm always like dropping ashes and stuff. Yeah, so let me take him out to go pee. If anybody donates in the meantime, guys, we'll start the next show giving you guys credit, so don't worry, you won't lose credit for it. And we'll give him a treat and all that. Okay, but it won't be long, guys. Just bear with me. Let me take him to go pee and do his things. I know this sure bad for me in my chair. And when I come back, we'll finish up these stories. Might only be like 30, 45 minutes. Won't be a ton of time. All right, guys, I love you. I'll see you soon.